I'm always glad when I can save someone from making the same mistakes I have when it comes to training, so I thought I'd share an experience I had. This was years ago when I was training for a marathon. I was trying to improve my time, so I was spending a lot of time running on building up my mileage. And at the same time, I had a goal to improve my physique. I was trying to add muscle, I was trying to do more weightlifting and bulk up. So at the same time, I have one goal going this way and one going this way, and it took me a while till I realized they weren't compatible. In fact, they were in conflict with each other. If you look at a bodybuilder, they typically don't spend their time running 16 to 18 miles on a Saturday long run getting ready to improve their physique. And long distance runners don't try and pack on muscle and bulk up and spend tons of time in the gym. They're out on the road. So this is just a simple example of how sometimes if we have multiple goals concerning our fitness, it's easy for us to not realize that we're kind of headed the wrong direction or doing things that aren't really compatible with one another. Now, when it comes to general fitness, I'm fine with someone that wants to do all kinds of activities. In fact, I encourage people to get all kinds of exercise variety. I admire multi-sport athletes, people that do all kinds of things. But if you're looking to improve and get better in a particular area for a particular event, then you really do need to specialize your training for that. So I want to talk a little bit about the concept of specificity. Specificity tells us that we should practice a specific technique or skills that are specific to a particular movement or task that we're trying to accomplish or get better at. This is also known as the SAID principle, SAID, which is specific adaptations to imposed demands. So as we practice something, as we do more and more of it, our body will adapt, it will get better conditioned, it'll get more efficient, and we'll be better at that particular thing. You've probably heard the phrase, jack of all trades, master of none, and that's kind of the concept we're talking about here. When someone does so many different things, it's hard for them to specialize and get really good at one of those. An example of this in the sports and fitness world would be with track and field. If you were to look at the athletic events of the decathlon, these athletes they're so good at so many different things, but they're participating in such a wide variety of events. They've got like hurdles, 1,500 meters, javelin, shot put, long jump, high jump, all these things they're doing. And they're good at it. It's amazing that they can do so many things and have such success in all of them. But typically, if you look at those participants, they're not going to be the same people that hold the record for world record for high jump or hurdles or things like that, because they're just practicing such a wide variety of them. Their main goal is not to be really bad in one of those. And usually, you'll see someone who holds the world record who specifically practices or takes out on that one discipline and dedicates to that. So if you look at, for instance, a shot putter, an elite one, they're going to have a different physique, different training method than someone who is an elite pole vaulter. They're going to look very different. They're going to practice different. They have different goals, obviously. So that's just an example, again, how if we're involved in so many different things, it's hard to really excel in one particular one or be the best in that. So to summarize this principle of specificity, basically you want to practice specifically what you want to get better at. If you want to be a great cyclist, you don't want to spend a ton of time in the gym at rowing machines and stair steppers and ellipticals. You want to be out on your bike. Same thing with running. You want to practice running. If you want to be a great hurdler, practice hurdles. If you want to be a great pitcher, you got to throw a ton of strikes. If you want to be a great free throw shooter, you got to shoot thousands of free throws. Whether it's archery or whatever sport you're dealing with, specificity is a principle that you need to remember, especially if you've got multiple goals, to make sure that you're working in the right direction and you're not counteracting your own efforts on there.